Hey guys, welcome back to Hidden Valley Homestead. We have a potentially life-threatening situation here, and I know before you guys all start, leaving comments about clickbait, this is real. Let me show you what's going on. Welcome to Hidden Valley Homestead, where my wife Olivia and I escaped the city to homestead our off-grid property in Idaho. This is our journey. This is definitely an issue, guys. We have a big problem here, and this little lady right here can't sleep at night because she's thinking about this, and I'm concerned as well. So let me flip you guys around and show you guys what's going on. All of you guys that have followed the channel for a while know we have this lovely tamarack log home. I still need to put my siding on. That's a future video. Look at these bad boys right here. Holy smokes. I don't know if I can even see the top down here. Yeah. That's about 30 feet from the house, and those trees are 100 foot plus. They're a problem. Okay, so check out this video of the last storm. If any of you guys have been watching the news at all lately, you guys have seen the last storm where there was lots and lots of flooding. People were dying. There's actually a guy that had a tree fall on him in his car and killed him. Here is a picture of our friend's house just a little bit south of us. Check that picture out. That happened about a couple weeks ago. So, with all of the dangerous trees that are falling, now these trees are super, super healthy. I don't see any dead branches in here. They've been super healthy. We've kept them limbed up. However, they are too close to the house when it comes to these high winds that we get through here. Winds were clocked at 70 miles an hour plus in this last storm. So these trees need to come down.
And I cannot sleep. I wake up hearing the wind and the tree swaying and the branches, and I'm like, I can't. And I just go downstairs because it's scary for me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. This is definitely a concern. So, all right, on that note, guys, these trees need to come down. However, I've been talking about a pole barn. That pole barn is rotted off at the legs, and my little wood shed right there, my little tool shed, that needs to come out, and we're building a pole barn. I'm planning on it this spring, so stay tuned for that video, but that all needs to come out. What am I going to do for wood for pole barn? Okay. So because these trees need to come down, I started thinking I'm going to be spending, probably $10,000 worth of lumber to build a pole barn. However, I have two beautiful Douglas fir trees that need to come down. I can probably mill one of those trees and get enough lumber out of my pole barn. So spend $10,000 on lumber or something totally unforeseen. I was not planning this at all. Let's go check it out. Okay, guys, this is, I have been dreaming about one of these for a long, long time. This was totally unforeseen. I've been looking at them. I've been comparing brands. I've been comparing prices. I'm sure that snow crunching is probably really loud in the microphone there, but check this out. Okay, guys, this is an Easy Boardwalk 40. You guys look it up. We're going to do a review on this bad boy, but every single video and every single review I've seen, everybody is super happy with this thing. Now, I got this thing, the owner, I'm the second owner of this now. I got a smoking deal on this thing. Unbelievable. He had all the options. The biggest engine you can get, a Honda GX690, electric start. It is a manual mill. Came with a trailer package with the big trailer wheels, not the tiny skinny ones. So we towed this for 8 hours or so. It comes with a log turner. I don't know how much I'm going to use this. We'll see. I got to get some logs on this thing. So it did not come with any lights, so I went to Harbor Freight and got the $35 light package, and that worked fabulous, by the way. But this manual mill is fantastic. The trailer package, they give you a place to bolt the carriage to, the head and everything. So there's a bolt here and a bolt on the other side. So this thing, and it's centered the weight of this thing is just about centered over the axles. This thing towed like a dream. What you see here is what they sell, and they are still in business. It is, I believe they're Amish down in Missouri. And this thing is all welded. One solid 20-foot track. And then it comes with leveling jacks. The screw jacks, that's what they come with. However, the guy that I bought it from, he welded on some tube steel and put these jacks all the way down the side. So I've got 4 leveling jacks, trailer jacks. So leveling this thing is going to be a breeze. Guys, I cannot talk enough good things about what I have seen on this bandsaw mill. I am really excited to use it, and once those trees come down, I'm going to be milling wood. Electric start, I said that already. Guy gave me like 10 different blades. The up and down on this thing is really, really easy to use. It's got, believe it or not, a garage door opener. All of the bearings are pillow block bearings. You guys, look at that. They're greasable pillow block bearings. Everything is super, super heavy duty. The log dogs, the way that's all set up, it's got a brake on it. It's got, you know, your coolant for the blade. So I could not be happier. The trailer package that they sell, it comes with leaf springs on there. In addition to the big balloon tires, this thing towed like a dream. Okay, guys, so this was not something that I foresaw happening anytime soon. And because of the storms and what happened to our friends and lots of people in the area in this last month, with the storms blowing these trees down all over the place, we thought it would be best to take those true trees down next to the house. I hate cutting trees down around the house. I love where we live with all these trees in the mountains. But we've got lots, a little bit further up the hill, we've got plenty of trees up there as well as around the house. So stay tuned for this, guys. This spring, when everything thaws out, we're going to be getting this thing fired up, and we're going to give this thing a shot. And I'll be working on doing that pole barn. So Easy Boardwalk 40, go check them out online. I'll leave a link down in the description. And you guys compare their build compared to everything else. Nothing is bolted together. It's all welded, and it's heavy, heavy duty. I've compared it to the Max, to the Wood-Mizer, to the all the different brands out there. And for the price, this thing, as you see it with all of the options, is about $15,000 for a manual mill. It's probably one of the higher end or more expensive manual mills. I didn't need all the hydraulics because I have an excavator, and that's going to make things fabulously easy. So, and I'm not going to go into production with this thing. If I decide to go into production milling at some point, I'll have to step up to a mechanical or a hydraulic operated mill that's fully automated. But until then, I got a smoking deal on this thing. I couldn't pass it up. There's other import mills that go for in the 8,500 range with a smaller frame and a smaller motor, and you get the whole thing on a pallet and you have to bolt the whole thing together. Of course, the Harbor Freight stuff is just, everybody talks about how you have to reinforce everything. You got to spend thousands to upgrade a Harbor Freight mill just to get it to be usable. So this one came ready to go out of the box. Again, they're still in business. Easy Boardwalk down in Missouri, and check them out. So thanks for coming back to the channel, guys. And if you guys leave a comment, tell me your guys' experience with mills. I cannot wait to use this thing. I paid a lot less for this mill than I was planning on spending on the wood for my pole barn, just to kind of give you guys a reference there. So couldn't pass it up. All right, guys, leave a comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Later.